Alright guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a avid member of the channel, keep on sharing the contents far and wide. We really and truly appreciate it. So as you could see right by the title, we're going to be discussing Omari Hutchinson and Dujuan Whisper Richards. Obviously, they have been signed by Chelsea, and as you know that Mr. Potter has been I've been sacked. I've been sacked. So we want to look at what could be the problematic situations or what could be the good situation for both of those players. So we're going to go through both of those players, where they are exactly playing in the Chelsea department, and look at what could happen or what moves they should make. We will take a few calls in between, but I don't think it's going to be the longest show. But sometimes we say that, and it turns up to be the longest show ever recorded. Bless up yourself, Island Card, and bless up yourself, Lee Young. Massive respect for being here. So let me just go through what's up with Mr. Potter, so we can get that first. All right, because we need to set the stage. All right, Mr. Graham Potter left Brighton to state that he's going to go and coach Chelsea, because Chelsea is one of the biggest teams in world football, right? Everyone questioned if that was too big enough for him, right? Um, but based off his system and how confident he looks, people state that, oh, maybe he could do something different, because Brighton, to be honest, Brighton's record was not one of the worst records ever. All right, they had a good record and they were building a good solid team. But I had in my back of my mind to say that maybe that's just because of Brighton. Brighton give you time. That's the one thing I can assure of to people that you're not going to get. And when it comes on to Chelsea and other big clubs. So when you can stay at a club 1, 2, 3, 4 years and get everything running, because your expectations are, oh, you need to survive in the Premier League, because you could get an extra 120 million or 100 million, and then the club can keep on getting better and better. No, well, Chelsea's expectations are to get instant results, and also win things at the end of the day. So not just finish in the top four, but win a trophy or something. But you have to show some promise. All right. And to be honest, he never showed any one of those things. And so he got the boot very early. For me, I still would it ended bad already. So what I would have done, I would have given him the rest of the season to see how he could have gotten everything sorted properly, because he just got a few personnels in. So I wanted to see how he would have transformed it, because remember, he needed 3 seasons at a next club. So why not give him one full season to see how he would have worked it out? All right, but they decided that they're going to pull the plug on the individual. All right, they decided that they're going to pull the plug on the individual. So be it for them. All right. So let me move on to the players that Jamaica has tied in. All right. Jamaica has tied in with the club. Let me move on to them, and we can give you the necessary information. All right. So let me move on right here. So as you can see right here, we have Whisper Richards. All right. So as you know, he's a Jamaican that scored 31 goals in the Manning Cup. All right. Are all competitions in schoolboy football in Jamaica. Right. So he was signed to Chelsea. He was signed to Chelsea, according to transfer market here, the under 17s. But let me put it in to make sure you could see. um under 18s, it says here, because Chelsea is so filled with players, you have to categorize them. All right, yes. So as you can see, Phoenix Academy, Dujan Whisper Richards, 17 years old, 1.89 meter, right there. All right, yes, and wing, three positions for striker, two wingers, yeah. All right. So they said at this point he was signed to the Chelsea Youth 18s. Yeah. So maybe that's the case, maybe not, because I saw different reports saying that maybe the expectations are a little bit higher. So I don't know, but whatever put on this, it does not really. It matters a little bit, but once you're performing, you could easily well jump the steps. So I don't necessarily think this would consider as the biggest problem. But anyways, based on the fact that he just signed, we have not gotten so much information how much the main coach, the main head coach, how much how much influence the main head coach at that time had on this deal, because it seems to me like it was more of a buy of um, the body of Chelsea itself rather than the coach, like this main coach. You understand me? It never seems like that to me. All right, because it's a, and that's why I was not sure which level he's going to play at, because I've never written an article that this coach Mr. Potter saying that okay, I'm gonna have this plan and this plan for this player. So I was still struggling all along. But anyways, let me move on from that. When it comes on to Hutchinson now, he had direct plans for Hutchinson, so it comes off a little bit different. So I think from my perspective, Mr. Hutchinson will be pushed back way more than the rest. I think so, because Mr. Hutchinson was the one performing in the Premier League 2, which is the 21 and above Premier League squad. He was dominating that and doing very good. So he was always on that brink to either make the first team or go out and or push a market value to get sold. But they always refuse to sell him. All right, they always refuse to sell him. We talked about yesterday for PSV. They never choose. They decided they're going to turn it down. So that's why I ask, what will really happen with these players? All right, what will happen with these players? More of. I still put Whisper in it, but more of Hutchinson. What you think will happen with him, and what if it's a bad thing? What you think he should do? Should he consider leaving Chelsea, or you would stay and see what happens, like the new personnel coming in? What say you? All right, Island Cat, big up yourself. Lanzi, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Property for sales, big up yourself. Massive respect. Jason, big up yourself. Massive respect. Chris Smith, big up yourself. Massive respect. So what say you? Oh, you would look at it. What would be your approach? All right. Yes, if you are the manager for these personnel, what would be a true approach? Wait and see. And if you don't see the same thing as promised before, you would have made some adjustments and either get out a year or something. Let me know, because those things are important, in a development phase. And clearly, Hutchinson is way ahead in his development at Chelsea than Whisper. Whisper will be going there, so you will see where he's at. To be honest, you understand me? But so for instance, let we debate on Hutchinson first before we go on the Whisper conversation. So Hutchinson, what would you do if you were the manager for Hutchinson? What would you consider doing in order to make this turn out to be a positive thing? The phone line will be connected, so you can call in as early as now. It does not really matter. You can call in and we chop it up. All right, you can call in at any point and we chop it up. All right, I will left the link for the phone number so you guys can call in and give your take. All right, once again. All right, so that is the phone line. All right, Mr. Special Edition said that they showed that the scout that bought Whisper is still the same. Yeah, I know. And that's why I said maybe it's not gonna fall onto Whisper so much, as though it would fall onto Hutchinson, because Hutchinson, I think most of his reasons to stay at Chelsea was due to the fact that the coach is saying that he's good as Hazard, and they would have took him instead of even Mason Mount if he come to the test, and just keep him there and use others that are already know and keep on nurturing him. So I think it affects Hutchinson a little bit more than Whisper, but I still believe that um, a man like we have to talk about a man like Pata as well. It's very much important. A man like Pata, what he does more than anything else is actually believe in people that produces in kids. In Chelsea, they don't really. believe in the kids so much, You understand me? So that is very, very much important. So it does affect Whisper and those others coming in. To be honest, it does affect them coming in. If you look at it more deeper, it does affect them as well, but maybe not as directly as Hutchinson, to be honest. All right, you know why? Because you might get a coach in now. Because remember, look, because we have to go deep dive in this conversation. Let me show you how it goes now. The next coach that they're gonna sign, they're going to give him a chance to build a team, but they are still going to want immediate type of success, like immediate games winning. So what you're gonna always do, you're gonna always reset the pack, true, but you're not gonna reset the pack as low as the youth 18s or the Premier League. You're gonna reset the pack to all of your first team players and your best possible players to come out and do something, because you need results instant. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I was actually patching in both players, because I realized that it will affect both players. All right, it will affect both players. Guys, what you could do for me, make sure to smash the like button as soon as you come in, because that's what gives us the visibility. So if you just came in and you forgot to smash the like button, that is the mandated thing to do in this conversation. Never want it to go too long. So if you're calling in, make sure you call in now and give your take. All right, yes, because I never had, I told her I'm gonna try and do 2 videos, but I have to split them apart. So I never wanted to let it go too long. All right. So definitely, as I come in, smash the like button and let me just continue our conversation instant. All right. Yes. So let me get the chat. As the people coming, massive respect. Football edition. How you going, man? Big, especially this is a good point. But yes, we are factoring everything that comes with the territory of these managers. The good thing is we know about all of these managers. They give us they give us a blueprint of their style. At Brighton, he brought in a lot of young talents and groomed them the right way, and they do flourish. So if that I know that once they're signing Whisper, or once the Mr. Butler them may be trying to get Whisper there, that was still in the back of their mind that, oh, this man give the youth opportunity, So if it shows that he's more promising at a younger age, he might can skip up, because look how they're talking about Hutchinson and stuff. Those things have had to be factoring. So now the next coach coming now, Chelsea is a cycle changing club. As soon as the cycle change, they spend $1 billion on players, $1 zillion on players, Whisper included. Obviously, he was not on the higher end of the money as well, but they spend a lot of money on players and brought in every single player. They are going to want result instant. So that, I could tell you, will push back a lot of players. So I do believe that in that situation, Hutchinson and Whisper might be pushed back a little bit further than where they should be in Potter's head. All right, in Potter's head. All right, because I think he truly give everyone an opportunity. All right, I would love to hear your take. Maybe Potter was going to change the mindset of Chelsea. Don't believe in kids. That's what I believe as well. That's what I actually believed. That I thought that he would have changed the mindset. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Who first starts this? Oh, this is Hutchinson. This is Hutchinson. This is Hutchinson. We're just showing how good he's doing. The reason why they wanted to put him in the first team back, and even cut contracts from other persons to get him in there. But now the coach gone, he never got all of the results that they wanted. When they do change this, he's going to be pushed back. So you just having a situation where you could have left for PSV and the coach convinced you to stay there. And you never even left out on loan for the championship, because he was going to go out on loan for the championship. That I think that's a big setback for him. Whisper has more time on his hands, but it's a bigger setback for him, Hutchinson, right now, I would say. And obviously, if I was actually him, what I would have done, sit back, see who comes in, because you can't do nothing. You have to wait until the season ends. Play your football right now, but if you see like a manager that's directly trying to get results instant, what I would have done, I would have just try to get somewhere going, even if it's a loan. KDB, they went out there and said, all right, if I'm not going to guarantee game time, I'm going to leave it. Mohamed Salah, the same thing. And a plethora of other individuals, the same thing. So I think Hutchinson might have his time coming faster. You get me? And Whisper side is the youth 18s. They say they sign with. So you have a lot of time to feel around and maybe gamble with a lot more things than Hutchinson. Hutchinson time is much more limited because you don't know how long you're going to stay in this form to get more attention from other clubs. So that's what I would say. New coaches always bring in players that fits their style they want to play. That is good, Jason Clark, yes. And that would even push the players them that's there further. And this is what mash up Chelsea, the constant changing of coaches, the constant buying of different players. Then you have 5-6 different coaches' philosophy in one team. And it takes a while to get rid of those other players. You understand me? And then your kids them suffer. So is it that Chelsea does not use kids? Or is it that they so caught up in winning, they keep on changing the coaches, and then the coach keep on buying young kids just the same? But those ones are already built young kids in the next coach's philosophy. That's what happens, because every single time a new coach comes in, I saw a 20-year-old get bought. You understand me? So it's not like they're not kids. They are still kids because this man over here is 19. So the differences are he's gonna come in and buy 4 more 19-year-olds that are already ahead of him. So the man inside the academy get pushed back. You get me? So that is one of the biggest problems on the bad side. But the good side now, I was thinking deeper. Russia-Ukraine war mash up Chelsea, JD. But people said it was for the better. Because they said when you had what's his name again? When you had what's his name? When you had Abramovich went and these Americans came in, they said football would have changed because the Americans, they know to franchise everything, so it would have looked better. So I would not say Abramovich the war mash up everything, because I thought this was the better part. They had said this was the better part, so I'm surprised that you're saying that the war mashed up Chelsea. I thought that this was the better part because these guys came in, produced more money. But one thing, they kept the same way. They wanted results instant. And that's what pushed back everything. Which coach you think going to take the Chelsea job in the summer, because they might not make Europa League, and much less Champions League? Ooh, all right. Nagelsmann would be on the top of everybody. And I think Whisper and Hutchinson would have loved Nagelsmann to come in. Nagelsmann is used to getting clubs that have good name and build ballers through them. Even Bayern Munich, if you look at his spending at Bayern Munich, it was not so big, it was not so big. So I do think if Nagelsmann get a club like Chelsea, that he knows not going to spend much more money on top of what they have spent, because of a lot of things, financial fair play. Yes, and also just wanted to get back the sales value of these players high enough to push them back out. Nagelsmann would be the perfect man for that situation. That does not necessarily need so much to produce. So Nagelsmann, I would say ASAP. All right, big up yourself, people. As in the comments, please do smash the like button to get us to 100 very fast. Share and subscribe in the on the channel. But make sure you leave your thoughts under this video. I want to hear what you think, what you believe will be the problem, and who you think would be the best coach for both of these guys. At the same time, let me know who would be the best coach. I think Nagelsmann would be the best coach for both of these guys. Nagelsmann, he works fast, so you're gonna see result instant. I think if you can see results instant, this man there, Hutchinson, would be okay. And definitely Whisper coming from lower down will be even better because he will be upgrading people fast and push out older youths to put in newer guys because his system is different. I think it much more reliant on younger players. Wish we could get fire too. Wish he could get fire too. But sadly he can't. All right, Julian. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Julian. I will go with Nagelsmann there. Any other suggestions you guys would go with? Because the one I would say no. Hold on. Let me. Because yeah. Oh, let me open this phone. All right. But he's a young coach. And is very stubborn. They say this is Germany. So it will be a problem. And if this doesn't work out for him, his stocks will take a hit. Ooh, I think Nagelsmann won't come to England and fail. No, I think given these players, he's going to do ridiculously well. I think his system is not a question. It's going to be successful once they do sign him. I think even if Spurs sign him, it might still be one of the best signings of Spurs, 1000%. He's a very good coach, man. Obviously, they said his attitude and he's stubborn in his ways, but I think that is for persons that don't want to give him certain things. And be honest, even though Bayern is a big club in Germany, they don't give you everything where you want. You know, they have policies in the club that you have to work with. You know, if you open up the checkbook with this man, I think you will get much more results in him. I don't know if people check what happened in Germany, how the clubs run. That is different. It's completely different from how it runs in England. All right. I don't think he should go there. He needs a club that runs better. If they can give him assurances on his contracts, anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. All right. Yes. So Zidane. All right. Zidane. Zidane. You think that Zidane would be good for the young kids? I am not sure, I am not necessarily so sure in terms of the Zidane conversation. Yes, I'm not sure on the Zidane conversation, guys. I am not sure on the Zidane conversation one bit. I think that is Zidane will come in and want to save his reputation, and his reputation would have to be to win instant. And I am not 100% sure if that's a factual thing because I think he has to get them players them up to the level, or maybe the stature of Zidane would automatically let some of these guys already rise to the occasion. I don't know. All right, yes, I don't know. But Zidane, in terms of our subject today, which is Whisper and Omar Hutchinson, I think that it would not be the best if Zidane comes in for these two kids. I think maybe they would get pushed out of the team. I just feel like that because Zidane's aura. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I think his aura and is need to be successful instant. I think that would not give these youths a chance. I think and they would have to stay down a lower level for one more year, and that would push their careers back. I would not go with Zidane in terms of that one. Zidane and Kante are also out there, but you wouldn't take Kante back to the you couldn't take Kante back, people. You get me? They may call back Jose Mourinho. He's doing well, but Jose Mourinho. Remember Jose Mourinho? He was the one that KDB left under because KDB asked him about game time if he can't give him security about game time. But the good thing about Jose Mourinho is honest. He will tell you that listen to me, this is not working, none at all. All right. So you can go somewhere else. You get me? That I know that for a fact. So I guess your career will be clearer. Your career path would be clearer with Jose Mourinho. He will tell you that, listen to me, man, it's not working, and I don't want you here. So you have to find somewhere to go. He will do that very fast. So I think Jose would be helpful in a separate way, maybe to leave the club. Maybe to leave the club. That would be the right thing because Jose is a man. Just tell you what he wants. All right? Yes. Kante a madman? Oh my God, nobody want Kante. The man will box down players. Yes, he will. Pochettino. Pochettino. Yes, Pochettino could be one of those guys that look at players and not look at the hype of a player. He looks at what you're doing on the field and pick you based off that. So I do agree that Pochettino could be one of those. So Nagelsmann, Pochettino, I do see as the two individual that I would say yes, they would be the man for the job so far. Brendan Rodgers started there might go for him. Okay, so he failed with he never really failed with Leicester still, but he never really showed any top qualities this season. So why you think they would have gone for him right there rather than the other managers them? I think it's tough. I think it's tough. Brendan will give others opportunities. Yes, so I would agree to that, but I don't think they would go back for Brendan now. I don't see. I don't know. I don't know. You have to explain to me why you think that they would have gone back for Brendan. This what I am saying, JD. A coach that cares about his reputation may want to stay away from the Chelsea job. 3 coaches in 12 months is not stable at all. Okay, okay. Young players afraid of Mourinho. Yes, man. Yes, man. And he's straightforward. He will tell you that. Listen to me. It's not working out. All right. It's not working out. So obviously we always have these conversations like we are pretty much scouts. So the next side that you have to look at instant, if it's not working out, where you think Omari Hutchinson should go? Should you think that he should just try and see if a next Premier League team would have come in for him, a smaller Premier League team with lesser ambitions, you know, or you think he should go down to the Championship, or you think he should go overseas like the Spain or Netherlands where he got a contract from before, at least an offer. What say you? Let me know. Yes, I would agree. Yes, I would agree that Kante is something different, you know. All right. I agree. Rogers would be a long shot. Just think he would be better to bring through the younger players. Yes, I said I had placed him on the list because I saw that he can nurture younger players to reach their full potential. So definitely I would have him on my list. But have him on the list and the realistical side, I think it's two different things. I don't think it will happen so easy unless they can't get anyone over a period of time. And what they would have tried to do first would have literally tried to go on the side of saying, all right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just give you a temporary contract. I don't think they're going to throw out contracts so fast this time around because they saw that they got it wrong and they have a reputation to protect, especially these Americans, no? Yes, so maybe they would not give him a full-time contract. They might do something like Manchester United, bring in a temporary personnel to hold the thing and give them enough time to really seek out a proper coach. You get me? Yes, that's what I think they could do. Marcelo, big up yourself. I think he should go to Germany. You think he should go to Germany? Okay, wow. All right, Germany. Wow. Okay, that's tough. Um, why you think he should go to Germany? Why would you think about Germany after rip? Why would you think about Germany after rip? Because I think Germany. I'm not sure still. Let me know. Um, Chelsea suffering because they could not find a midfielder like Angola Kante. All right, but how much other teams he has a Kante on their team? You know, Kante. Let me see, Manchester City. They have a Rodri. Rodri. Not the same as Kante. I don't think Manchester City have anybody like Kante. Arsenal. Party. Party can tackle, and yeah, Party is more like Kante, to be honest. But he's bigger. He's a bigger version than Kante. Yeah, yeah. So Arsenal have one of the Kantes. Manchester United, Mascherano. You mean not Mascherano? Casemiro. Um, yeah, Casemiro is a tackler midfielder. The reason why I did not put Rodri in it because I don't think Rodri is that type of midfielder like Kante. You know, they have similar roles, but I think interceptions and stuff he goes for a lot more than trying to put in crunching tackles. You get me? Yes, Kante will put his tackles in. He will track it down, put his tackles in, track it down, put his tackles in again. So Kante is a very, very good player. All right, but I don't think you have so much Kantes in the league, to be honest. All right, yes. Omar just need a loan to another PL club or a championship with aspiration to get promoted. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So we spent a good time on Omari Hutchinson. Yes. So let we deep that because we get the answer for Omari Hutchinson. I want this to make sure it's short and spicy. All right. So let me put in Whisper now. All right. So let me put in Whisper to get Omari Hutchinson off that one. Richards. All right, so Richards. All right, so this Richards in. All right. Um, so this says so one is according to according to this one. According to Saka Sofa, no, Transfer Market, he is at the Youth 18 now, so it's not up to the Premier League 2 level. He's going to sign on to the 18 first. Don't know what, because you have a lot of rules in England, you know. So you don't know if it's a rule problem. This is why they put him at the Youth 18 on the listing now. It could be something like that because it's very, very much dodgy when you come on to these rule situation in 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 Chelsea. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things you have to tie in before. All right. So according to transfer market, which 95% of the times it's accurate. All right. So or maybe 99. I would put it as they are always pretty much accurate. So youth 18s is at no. All right. Yes. We will find out more when he goes in and sign. We will find out more about him. All right. Yes. How you think the sacking of this coach will affect this player? How you think the sacking of this coach will affect this player? Let me know in the comment section. How you think the sacking of this coach will affect Whisper? All right. No, so we did 30 and Omari because we know that is the first one. But how you think it will affect Whisper? And let we go with affect first, and then we look at how you think it could have turned around him to push him even further. All right. Marcel, I said, I think it will fit his style, his play style, and English player that have went there in the recent years have been finding success. Okay, okay. JD, can't Hutchinson agent reach out to the club? The Dutch club and see. Oh, we have to see him. But remember, you know, at the next team have to want to sell you. You know, you can force in a transfer request, but they might not have to take it. So that is the next problem as well. In the Premier League, you will have to break down tackles a lot. Goal scoring opportunities will come. You need a midfielder to break up plays. I agree. All right, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Hutchinson is average for me. He's average for you. Okay, all right, no problem. Um, yeah, but remember, he's a player that's learning, you know. Yeah. So I would not say his potential is not average. But yes, at this point, if he's average at this point, yeah, that is a success, you know, because he's 19. All right. Omari should go to Leverkusen. Alonso will give him game time. Okay. Bless up Owen. Owen. How you doing, man? Hope all is well. I think Whisper can grow to something great. If he keeps humble and work to develop his skill. I think he could be a great player. Take control of getting to Eddie when the spotlight is on him. Okay, why that is deep, but you said he could turn out to be a great player. But you said Hutchins is average to you. So what are you saying when you're trying to say these things? Because Hutchinson is ahead of Whisper now. So where is Hutchinson's ceiling? And you consider, because a ceiling of a player of 80% would still not be average, 75 would have been average. So I don't know. We have to look at that. We have to look at that deeper. All right. And then you say Whisper can be a great player. A great player would have to be over. Great player, I would consider great players out of 100. You have to have like over 85, 86 like rating in your overall footballing career. Yes, those are the great players. You get me? I don't know about that as yet. I would have to see the player grow, because great, I think not even Messi people thought. Maybe you thought that Messi would have been special, but you still can't really jump to call it on young players. You have to wait to see how they matriculate properly. Yeah, maybe until 21. Maybe until 21, you could clearly say, all right, then this player will be this and this player will be that. You understand me? You have to wait until you're 21. So, I wouldn't agree with you. I don't think he could be a great player at this point. I have to wait until Richards reached 21, 20, and because he never had his full development outside Jamaica, I would say I have to wait until 22, 23. Give him enough time to really show his skill set before you could say that he's going to be a great player. Because great players, you have to look at the wording, great players. You get me? Great players. You understand me? Great, guys. Great is the top echelon of players, all right? Maybe how much great players you ever have in football. Let me see. You would consider Thierry Henry a great player, right? Zidane a great player. I think Thierry Henry, Zidane would have been the lower tier of great players, because I think you would have had Messi and Ronaldo above them, right? So the batch of great players, we would have loved to do a tier of great players. What we talk about when we talk about great players, yeah, because I would love to see that tier, what we describe as a great player. Here, you understand me? But I understand your point. Bless up. Bessas, massive respect. Thanks for being here. And yeah, man, I told you I'm gonna give you guys 2 shows. Omari is an up and coming. I think Omari is in the in a good level at this point. I would give out of 100, I would give Omari already 68% out of 100. You understand me? Because of his fun, where he's at now in his development. He just need to kick on, and then let me see. If Omari is average, then what is Whisper? I think he just used the Whisper conversation in a longer bracket, because he used, okay, he could be that. You understand me? And maybe he was talking about Omari. No. But you get me? Yes, so maybe that was the problem right there. I would compare them. They are different style of players and position. No, they are not different position, because wing forward is actually a winger role, They do different things in the same positions, but they play the same role. The same position, I would say. They play the wing forward and the winger plays similar places. All right? They play similar places. But their functions are different, because a winger's style is a little bit different from how a wing forward would have acted. A wing forward have better finishing ability and better range finishing, which is still finishing ability. So it makes their games a little bit different from an out-and-out winger. All right, yes, so that is the big difference. So that is the difference between Whisper and Hutchinson. All right, yes. Which position do you think Whisper will excel in the youth 18? All right, this is the positions that they said he could play. All right, I don't think he's that player. Right here, they put central forward. Yes, no problem. Central forward, I think he could play central forward. Yes, all right, yes. But I don't think he's the out-and-out striker. All right, yes. And central forward and the striker is different. All right, yes. And winger, I want to say that these are he's gonna excel in all three positions. Jason Clark, all three positions. I think he's gonna excel in all three because he I think he works better if he's playing central forward with one person ahead of him, or you're playing a 4-3-3 system. So he could be a free roamer. All right, yes, but he has to be the person leading the line. I don't think it works well for him at this age. But I think that's going to be the toughest part of his development to have that leading role. I think he's not going to develop as strong as a striker. I think he's going to be central forward, left and right winger. Let me know if you guys agree. I think he's going to become exactly what they have on the paper here, which is left and right midfielder and central forward at best. Yeah, I don't think he's going to turn into the striker. And I think central forward is even good for him because the way he plays fit, at least the way he plays now, the central forward role fits him a little bit more than a striker a role. You get me? So he gets to run at people rather than trying to back up people. You understand me? Run at them rather than backing them up and trying to link up play. I don't see, because look guys, you have to remember a striker, when a striker's body is designed to be a striker, he has to be stronger. When you put on more muscle, it kind of kill a game out wide. It kind of don't enhance a game out wide. So you see his lean body mass, it will be different. His leaner body mass will be different than what he has he would have required to play the wing forward roles and the central forward role. So it's all different positions. So I think he's not going to play striker. He's going to play the wing forward role and the central forward at least. But I think he's going to excel in the wing forward roles more. So the left and right winger positions more. What say you guys? The question right here was which position do you think Whisper will excel in at Chelsea? Yes, man, left and right wing forward roles he's going to excel in. And I think I want to say he might just excel in the right wing forward role a little bit better because he can get to cut in and shoot. And remember, he's bigger, so when he cuts in, he has more, and his half leg, he has more power to keep himself up. And if your finishing improves, what will happen after your finishes improve? You will still put yourself in good position because your balance will, if he's so strong, his balance is better. So you could get off more shots. So I think the right channel, I would think the right wing forward channel would be the best for him. All right, Messi show early greatness in World Cup. And the other forum, it was evident about Messi talent. He could be a great striker, replicating scoring he do at schoolboy. I am not 100% sure, but let's see still, because I just explained something completely different. All right. Float management R9. All right, so that is the level. All right, Freddie Adu was the next Pele. All right, you should do a video like that, JD. Yes, we are gonna do it, man. Don't worry yourself. Ronaldinho versus Zidane. No, we are only talking about great players, all right? Because he said he could become a great player, and I said great player, kind of reserved for if Whisper should go down as a great player, he would be the best Jamaican player ever. All right, put it at that. All right, because I don't even think Ricardo Gardner was dubbed as a great player worldwide level. I think he was a good player for me. Yeah, he was a very good player for me, you know. But others in Jamaica don't rate him as highly I do rate Ricardo Gardner. JD, I don't like some of the talk saying that Omari is dodging the cap, like what JT said. He clearly committed to Jamaica, but that is just JT's take. JT will always talk like that. JT is the man that come out and just say what he wants to say, and he said he's gonna pattern them as well. So JT over here, borderline, trying to be comedic from time to time. All right, guys, what you can do for me, please do smash the like button as you come in, so it helps the visibility. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe to it. Get us to the 4,500 mark. Massive respect. All right, yeah, man. We haven't hit 100 as yet. You have to hit the like button for it to reach there. All right, you consider Bonisha, Jamaica's girl, Bonisha, Jamaican girl, a great player? No. But she is definitely on her way to be that. She is a good player. Yes, this is her first season doing it, so she need to do it. You realize all of the players them that you're talking about, great. Is exceptional. You get me? Yes, exceptional players we are talking about. So would you put Bunny Shaw at this point in the level of you consider Bunny Shaw um, in the level of um, Zidane and Messi? No, you would even in football, women's football game, you wouldn't put the Bunny Shaw there as yet. All right, you wouldn't put Bunny Shaw there. Why is my coming him jumping? I agree. I want him to be a winger. Yes, I think he's going to be. So, Richards, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Claudia said, blessings. How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Then we have our brother Tennessee. How you doing, big bad Tennessee? How you doing, man? Massive respect. All right. 100% agree on the striker role. For his height, I haven't seen much highlight of him being a aerial threat, and it seems he's not too comfortable in the box. Yeah, because he's not as big and strong like those forward striker roles are different. Strikers' bodies oh God, I should not mention that word. All right, but strikers are built different than wingers and wing forwards. That's all I have to say. Because you need to make sure you can keep your pace and keep your stamina going, because you're going to be much more mobile than a striker. All right, Ricardo Gardner is a average player. You have to win cups for me to say you're a great player. So, how are you saying that? And you're so how is it you put Bunny Shaw? Or you ask if Bunny Shaw would consider as a great player, and she just coming into our she getting game time. So, how would you put that? I don't understand how you get to that. You know? Yeah. But Ricardo Fuller is definitely one of Jamaica. Ricardo Gardner is still one of Jamaica's best ever player. You get me? On the worldwide stage, he never broke through to reach that great player status. I think if he had went to Real Madrid, definitely he could have done that. You know? Yes. If he had gone to Real Madrid, yes. When you rank, where you would you rank Fuller? Fuller is not ranked above Gardner for me. I heard people coming here bad me up. Fuller is not ranked above Gardner. Gardner is above Fuller. I think Gardner is Jamaica's #1 football player. I'm talking about who represented the national team. Um, um, Accompanied by their careers. Give me a top 5 in your order. Yes, you see the people they always beat me when I pick up for Gardner. All right, so give me your top 5 in your order. Yeah, give me your top 5. All right, top 5 Jamaican players of all time. Of all time. All right. All right, blessings, Richie Ryle. How you doing, man? Massive respect. All right, give me a top 5 best Jamaican players of all time. The two requirements: they have to play for Jamaica national team, and also you have to put their club career. You can factor their club careers in it as well. All right, yes. I went for Oh, this is tough. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open the phone line. You could talk about the situation with Omar Hutchinson and Richards. All right, that is important as well. Yeah, but if you want to call in on that, you could. We have you guys must have the number by now. Now you can call in. Eagle Progress said, JD, we need to ease up on the pressure that we placed on our youngsters. Key Kelly, PSG, comes to mind locally. Celtics has had a wonder kid, Islam Ferus, who signed for Chelsea at age 15. Yeah man. But today we weren't overhyping no player. We were just talking about what are the implications and things around this sacking of this coach, or it's going to affect a lot of the players them in. And then because we do Reggae Boys content, we try to focus on the two Reggae Boys them that's there. You know, Bunny Shaw, leading goal scorer in America, went to France, leading goal scorer. Then in England, leading goal scorer. Do your homework on Bunny. She has done a lot of great things. But you see, you tell me something. So why you think I don't know about Bonnie? Why you think I don't know about her? But I ask if she's on the same level in the woman part. So you don't need to be disrespectful or tell people don't do their homework, because really and truly I know it, but I ask you. I described it. So I think you need to listen a little bit more better. Here, that's what you need to do. Listen a little bit better. I talked about great player. So if you said Bonnie is a great player, okay, no problem. She's a great player. All right, cool. I just said she's not the great player as Zidane and those guys in the woman league. She has to keep on doing what she's doing now and reach there, because the greatness comes after over time. It don't just dish out because you're Jamaican. It don't go like that, Mr. A. That's all we're saying. Conte is not for youths either. Yes, he did. Jed spend a bad thing. Bonnie won a cup. Yeah, I know she won a cup. But we are talking great players, and we name out who was the great players. Please stay to the conversation. We are talking about great players, all right? Yeah, we never talk about good player. We say great players, and we ask you, you should have said yes. If you had said yes, Bonnie is on the same level as a Zidane in the ladies football, then I say, okay, then she's that great. All right, then cool. Argument done. You get me? But I said great player. That's all I've said. Let me make sure I can get Dwayne Thomas, massive respect. Thanks for being here. Fuller better than Gardner. He scores on the big teams. The highest achiever born in Jamaica is Bonnie Shaw for me. Alright. Hey, Big Richie. What's up? What are you doing?
What's going on, man? Everything good, man? Blessed day to each and everyone.
We there about, man. We there about do we thing. We touched on some topics, but we just had to chop up the great, because this top five, is a new war gonna start in a chat, because through me I always have God
Why?
now there as the best. People already start Fuller. Better than Gardner. All right, cool. Me not go all argument. So me make Richie talk like how Richie just come in. Like how Richie just come in, me
Yeah.
make Richie talk. But you, I'm gonna come and chop you up, but Ricardo Gardner. All right. Go ahead, big boss. What are you doing?
You don't have to chop up anybody, you know. Each
No.
and everyone is for their own. Anybody who choose their top five, I wonder how come that man do in them top five. Everybody to them own decision, man. That's how it goes, you know. You
Yeah,
understand?
I know, but
So we are
some of
talking about Jamaican Premiership players that plays for the country, number one,
the,
and plays for English Premier League team at the highest level. That's what you're saying. Who is the best?
Yeah, I'm just
Is the best?
asking. Yes, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Me tell him say Gardner for me is the best. I never really
No,
factored in the
why?
English guys,
No
the one in the born in England. I never
question.
factored. That's local. I
Okay.
just
That's what I
local.
wanted. I wanted to know
Yeah, man,
who
I just
signed
local,
from
man. I just
Jamaica
local.
to the English, not the English Jamaican parentage as what we put because
Yeah,
they're
just
still Jamaican.
locally born, because people remember say they were
Respect
talking about his son.
Owen. Yeah, exactly.
So that's why we said we're just going to the comparison of the greatest local baller, and then it always start a war when we have a fight.
Coming from Jamaica, it's no doubt about that. Coming from Jamaica, they have two specialist footballer.
Hmm.
You have the likes of Ian Pepe Goodison, who was there. Theodore Whitmore for a part of the time. But my number one would have be a Walter Boyd again. That I mean take up.
What? What,
Yeah, man.
Richie? Look at me with a chop up,
Yeah,
Richie too. What you mean? What you mean?
you forgot chat me up too fine. Remember, Walter Boyd take a team from Bush League straight up. You understand? Leah, Baby Gardner did a great job as well. Great. He did that. He took a team from championship going forward, and when they took that team from championship, they end up staying in the Premier League for many of years.
Hmm.
Ricardo Gardner now another legend, because we are talking about the people them what did it, Ricardo Fuller now was another legend at Stoke City. We're not, to be a representative of a club, you have to do good on and off the field. And I feel like a couple of the stuff them what happened to Ricardo Fuller,
Mm-hmm.
would have take that away from him for be ahead a couple of them. But he did great as well. So, Ricardo Fuller again, still say,
So the man in my cousin and chat I say warm to Luton Shelton. Uh, so you just
no,
throw Walter Boy
no, but
first.
no, man, Walter Boy did well, man. Can remember him open the door, man. After you said Jamaican who did it. You said Jamaican.
Yes,
We
man.
did
I
go
don't
to
know
the
why
Rabbit
why
Earl
them
who
are
got
worried
the
with
big.
the other Jamaicans. Them are go
Yeah,
worry in Richie. You don't care what you say no.
you remember, so Walter Boy take aside from Bush League, brother.
Yeah,
Walter Boy take that side.
but Richie Gardner there England and a Real Madrid, the Galacticos want to buy this man, the man one of the best left back, the second best left back in the entire Premier League, That are pretty much the world, So then Gardner
No,
never played them level, Boy never played them level in them lifetime. So me no know. So people have them
if
case,
they are
Richie.
no, but yeah, as you said, if you pick five and I pick five, you can't. I said, you said we're gonna have a debate for the whole of the day because we have done all these things and people has you can set the debate of the man that opened the door, which I just mentioned for
Yes.
Walter Boyd, yeah,
Okay.
with a Hull City, with a Tranmere Rovers, and with Swansea. You
Yeah, man.
understand? These
It's on
are
the screen. It's on the screen. Yeah.
right. So these are things you have to. It's not easy. Not them
Wow.
time that when the gate wasn't open, for
Oh,
Walter to do it, and
okay.
that is my point. What I'm saying,
All right.
the gate has opened, and then these other boys have it a better way. So Ricardo Gardner, Walter Boyd, Ricardo Baby Gardner, and Ricardo Fuller. You understand? Same Tupper Whitmore, I say as well.
Really?
They done great job.
Because Tapa
Yeah,
Whitmore
man.
never do nothing foreign, Him never really do nothing, No for them man, they
Him
never have a
never
big.
done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He never done nothing, but he survived. He survived. He didn't lost his contract or didn't lost his way. He survived,
Okay.
and it showed that and age is what catch up on him mostly. Because when Tapa went there, it was like Tapa in a big man stage. So
Okay.
Tapa was on his way not as young as a Ricardo Baby Gardner was that can learn and
Okay,
develop.
so you're saying that because Gardner was younger than everybody else, he had that big start to acclimatize.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yes.
But people are gonna say,
Over
Richie, you can't use that for take out the man out of the greatness conversation because when you're younger, in a them time when they said the gate never pull, youth from Jamaica we barely know about playing. And the fact that the man going to a different country at a young age there, it's harder for the Richie. And that's gonna be my argument to ever chop you up with you.
Yeah, I mean that's also a good point. But you say if him never willing to learn,
Mm-hmm.
it will be even extra harder for him. Cause remember, say him have to adapt, him have to adapt to the call here. You think call is something normal for you to get used to? Whereas playing football, it can't be normal, brother. Remember, we were just running up and down in our tropical. Yeah, I don't know what to warm up, and
Mm-hmm.
then warm down, ice bath, and these other things that is now sufficient to athletes. We weren't doing that when we were younger. You know what I mean? But it takes. I mean, if you want to listen to be bigger, Gardner, he said the part of European football was his body to get adapt.
Mm-hmm.
His body, because if your body is not adapt to it, you can't perform because that is one of the strongest point that you have to be with when you go over to those countries.
All right, all right. We're gonna continue. When Richie done, we're gonna continue. So Richie, give me a fast take on the actual headline. The headline is Hutchinson Richards. Which one do you think it's gonna affect more? The sacking of Potter. Because when we look at it, it looks like it's Hutchinson because Hutchinson Potter like him and Potter kept him at the club when contracts came in for him to left for 10 times the value of what them have for him. And them don't let him go because them say him are the next Eden Hazard. So it means say him are gonna get the biggest disrespect out of our it's gonna go bad for it's easier to go bad for him out of the two because
No,
it no matter who come there whisper can get enough time because them register him under the youth 18 here on transfer market.
well, what I'm saying now, for the two other boards, I don't think it's a bad thing for them. I think it's something good. I know that coaches and would have their preference player. Hence, you were talking about Potter liking Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
Hutchinson is a good player. He would just have to fight for a spot as every normal professional does whenever a new coach come in. You don't see um, Kai Havertz a threat team game when a new coach come because Kai Havertz was the best thing at Bayern Leverkusen when I went there. And when he left and go to Chelsea, he took a time to,
Mm-hmm.
to, to really get into the mode of things in England, different from Germany.
Yeah, but
But,
Richie, remember, Kai Havertz, do if him spring what Hutchinson do now, at Chelsea, Havertz did at Leverkusen, so him coming as a registered footballer with a big contract, so him never, so it's hard, it's a little bit different, for me, because I think say him already up on the back seat.
one was fully developed
Mm-hmm.
and one is in a developing stage right now.
Yes.
So these boys in their developing stage, they still have a lot to learn. Even Kai Havertz still have a lot to learn. You know what I mean? And he's already a well-known player.
Mm-hmm.
But none of these two boys will have any problem. I mean, they will just go for it and just do well for them family, do well for them country, and do well for them club. And
Okay.
I believe that they will do that and they will achieve it in it because it's just another step as a professional footballer going forward now for deal with another coach. Because so Chelsea change the most coach
No, but
year in
that,
year
that
out.
that's why we have the problem because me I think say if Hutchinson it might be a little problem because I think him already believes say him reach the level when he get more first team football for kick on. So I think me can easy well see him go on alone next season. Easy well.
That's what Chelsea does. It's a football club in business. So you just have to just do what you have to do, or you play up to standard. For me, they are gonna get rid of Jason Mount and Hutchinson is gonna take that slot. So they prefer to deal with the youthful boys more than deal with the one them that they have tried with and they haven't been. They're
Oh,
just gonna
oh,
clear house.
okay,
They're just gonna
okay.
clear
So
house.
that's what I think. I think that Mason Mount they are not gonna re-sign his contract regardless of who the manager is. And then they
No,
use up their because I was
they're
looking at
gonna.
it there, and you might have a point there because you see the money I think they're gonna come down with financial fair play soon, with all of these unnecessary super $1 billion signings every single second. So if you the way of avoid that now is to sell off and just don't re-sign some of these
Yeah, they're
mans.
gonna. They're gonna. You're not resign majority of them. I mean, I can tell you a lot of man not gonna be get re-signed. I mean, I can't say much, but what I know that Chelsea just want to just clear house and just start with the youth program.
Okay,
The whole of the
okay.
youth.
Okay, okay. That would be good then. That would save a lot of these youths' career because I do believe that if that does not happen, I think Hutchinson have to get a loan this year, and then depending on how he plays, if they want to call him back or cash him out by that time, if they have someone else already
They,
at the club
they,
kicking up storm.
the club have 49 players,
Mm-hmm.
49 players that they need to get rid of. You understand? And the FIFA fair play is gonna come in. So a lot of people, the Tammy Abrahams, the Lukaku, those players not coming back. They're just gonna just get them off the books. That's what's gonna happen with
Okay,
those players.
okay, okay, okay. All right then. That's fair. That's fair. All right. So we should not
So
have any worries.
that is my take. No,
Oh,
these youngsters don't have any worries in my eyes.
all right, all right, all right, then, big boss. So me about I go and chop up the show then. All right. So me I gotta give my top five now, and then link up, yeah.
All right, then.
Yeah,
Give
respect,
thanks. Yeah,
respect.
bless up Jason Guna. Yo, Jason Guna, we need for talk, We're gonna link up people. Go on the stream, There's a new song out called Whisper. Just get a listening ears. You know what
Okay.
I mean? Just
What?
a
So
music by
tell them if we go to watch it now. Because you sent me the
Yeah, we are not.
iTunes.
Yeah, iTunes, Spotify, all of the major platforms we're out. We are streaming on we are now trending. So it's good.
All right. So
It's good.
people,
Go
you hear it.
give that.
You hear it from Richie. Is your song, Richie? Right? Your song.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right then. Say you're a big producer. All right, then we need to
Mm,
do we need to do
no,
you need to
me's
come
a
give me an
me's a
interview. All right, you need to come give
me's
me
a
an.
production. It's a production of things that we know we make work. You understand?
All
So
right, you
we
need
just
to
make
come give me
things
an
work
interview
out.
for sell a project, then. Man. All right, yes. So when you're ready, you
All
line
right.
up an interview and come.
Thanks everybody.
All right.
Link up.
Yeah,
Bless up
later.
love.
Yeah. All right, so that was the great Richie Royal. All right, so big up people. As you come in, people, we have only 2 hours. Please do smash the like button. Get us to 150 at least on the video. We already have that amount of personals here. Yes, so we had a good conversation. So my top five, guys, my top five. Let me just read out this. Fuller is better than Gardner. He scores, yes, but I don't believe that thing here because I look at football completely different, and I think the rest of the world look at football different than you as well. All right. Okay, hold on, hold on. Hold on. One second, one second, the people. Just 1 second. Let me just go through the comments, please. 1 second, and then me call you back, Jeremy. 1 second. What about Wes Morgan? But we are talking about local players because the conversation was about Whisper being great. He could see Whisper being great. So I said, great are reserved for the highest echelon of players. The great would be the lowest type of great players would have been Thierry Henry and Zidane. And then the highest level of greatness are Pele, Ronaldo, and Messi. Those are the highest type of play. So that's why we got into this top 5 debate. You understand me? Off topic. But is this the first time the World Cup is being held on a entire continent? I don't know. I have to check. All right, somebody can answer there. All right, big up yourself. Right again. Let me take this call in. Yeah, let me take the call because I know, and I'm right in my top 5, and I'm right in my top 5. All right. I am right in my top 5. Big up yourself, Issa Allen. Thanks for being here. Good afternoon, Mr. Jermaine Miller. How are you doing?
Yeah, man, we're good, man. We're good, man.
All right. Yeah, but
I just want. I hear you guys are talking, and I just want to share my top 5 most
oh,
successful
you're
Jamaican
calling for your
players.
top 5. All
Yeah,
right.
that were born in the island, right? That
Yes.
was born in the island,
I want.
and I've been, with.
Are you
Go
giving us
ahead.
order? Are you giving us order? Like in order?
No, I'm just gonna give you my. Well, I'm not sure in order. What do you mean by order?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
1 to
which one is
5.
the more? Okay,
One to
I
5.
can do that. I
Yes.
can do that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why I base it off this, right? I base it off this from the time they enter that country and the time and how they play. They were always starters for their team, right? They may not win nothing, but I'm sure most people are gonna agree with me. Okay, the first most successful one for me is Ricardo Fuller.
Ricardo
From
Fuller.
the moment,
All right, Fuller, you go
yeah,
for. All right.
Ricardo Fuller. From the moment this guy went to England, when he was playing down the. A matter of fact, when he went to Scotland first, not to Hearts, he created a wave. When he come to the championship, there was a thing on him. He bring up Stokes. Man, this guy was scoring goal after goal. Everywhere he go, he was always successful, right? He even went to the European League. He scored against almost every team. He was a feared guy, right? So I give him success. Even though he didn't win any major trophies, that's fine. The second one is Billy Gardner, right? Young 19-year-old just came from the World Cup and went to England. His natural position, right? Big Sam changed him from that. And this come from Big Sam word. This guy is like a fish. He adapts to anything you give him, any position you give him, right? He was a starter for many years, for over 15 years, was always starting, right? That's 2. The next baller that I give a lot of respect to, and a lot of guys is going to say no. When the Andy Williams, okay,
Andy
this is my
Williams.
third.
Ooh.
Yes, Andy Bama Williams. Yes, he was a starter for every club that he goes in Major League Soccer.
All right.
And this guy came on board to Major League Soccer when it wasn't all that. And he was a start after player. He was successful. He even won the championship. He even went to several finals, right? So I'm basing this off, he's always starting, always doing this thing, always scoring goals, right? And I'm talking about people who go overseas, right, and make it, right? The next one is Tyrone Marshall. Tyrone Marshall was always a starter, very good guy. And he played for several years in the league, always starting. He even, actually won the MLS Cup and went to several finals, right?
Wow.
The last player on my list, go ahead.
No. I'm listening.
Maybe the last one, right?
Yeah.
So the last 2 players that I have on my list was Ian Goodison and Omar Daly. And I would go with Omar Daly.
Omar Daly.
Omar Daly was yes. Do you remember Omar Daly?
Yeah, man, I know Omar Daly.
He played for Bradford.
Yes, I know Omar Daly.
That guy was a starter, feared guy, hard tackle, but he played hard. He always starting. So Based on this, you left the island and you go overseas to England, even though he didn't climb up. But he was always starting, always banging in goals, but he had an injury problem, right? So I base it off the stats that they always start. As soon as he's healed, coach throw him right back in the team. So there go my five guys.
Wow.
Ricardo Fuller, Bibi
Gardner, Andy Williams, Tyrone Marshall, Omar Daly.
And I go based off the success that they have overseas.
All right. So people, let me know. Let me know what going with Jermaine. You know, he left with a whole heap of big player. You know, you get me?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going by. There's a lot of players overseas that's played, but they have. I'm talking guys who start for them team day in day out, right? And yeah, there's a lot more players that
you give your reason. You give your reason, big boss, and I respect it. But me I'm gonna make other people because me have my top 5. You know, my top 5 don't look like yours. You know.
But Jenny, you have to give a reason why you choose the top 5. You know, you can't just choose the top 5. You know,
I have my reason. A light post me a climb back in the days. A light post me a climb back in the days to make my top 5. Light post and I get shot.
Hold on, are you talking about? Hold on, JD. Are you talking about guys who left the island or successful in the island?
No, man, just successful in football. So, but obviously the best ball of them are the one who left the island. We can't compare. Them can't compare with the next man who was staying. Man, the better ball of them are the man who left the island. 100%. The guard are the full as them.
But JD, I don't think that's a fair assessment because there's a lot of good ball.
No, man, you're not no football in Jamaica, man. You're not no football in Jamaica. We can't live up to the man.
I'm not talking now. I'm talking back in the days. Play like Alden Dunn, play like Byron Earl.
You think Byron Earl made good
players back then? There was
Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson. I was going to call you too.
You put Jermaine you up there with Bibi Gardner and man? No, me not think so.
No, I wouldn't put Jermaine you up there. No, I would not. Even though he did get his chance to receive, but no, I would not put him up there.
All right.
So never come off and go on.
All right. Yeah, man. All right. I will give mine at the end of the show. So listen out for it. All right, my goodness. All right, the man give him 5 and the man result him 5. You know, my 5 is a little bit different. Let me hear what the RDN have to say. Good afternoon, Mr. RDN. What are you doing?
Wagwan JD.
We are here.
Man, I respect you see.
Yeah. Are you listening to the show?
Yeah, man. But I work me there for a thief. I look call. You see it?
Okay.
See? Yeah, but me just want to tell you my top 5 quick. Me never go give you no
order.
You talk about everybody about. No, man, me not give no order, brother. Because me just want to give you a top 5 and just come off my phone fast and go on.
Right, give me a top 5.
All right, so that include like Rhyme Sterling, the band for the island.
No,
right?
you have exclude them, man. They never play for Jamaica. Band for the island and play for Jamaica.
Okay, all right, here we are. So we go start at Ricardo Fuller. And we go Fuller, Bibi Gardner, Luton Shelton.
All right.
Luton Shelton. Bailey.
Okay.
I put him in it, man.
Nobody never question you. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead. One more.
Okay.
You can't find one more baller?
Ian
Goodison. All right. So Ian Goodison.
That's a mic.
All right, yeah, man. Go back to work, all right? Yes, before them fire.
I'm going to listen. Yeah, man. All right, brother. Yes.
All right, so them nearly fire RD and the girl them champion down the lane. All right. Yeah, so Fuller, Gardner, Shelton, Bailey, Ian Goodison. All right, I know people would give this a high score. So guys, give out of 10. You heard. Let me read out the listing for person. Jermaine Miller went for Fuller, Gardner, Andy Williams, Tyrone Marshall, and Omar Daly. So give it a rating. Let me get some comments. Just give it 0 being a number and 10 being the max. So give it a rating for Jermaine Miller, so we can write down the caller's score. All right. Yes, so give it a rating so we can write down the caller score so the caller them can see how much you guys rate them listening or not. All right. Yes, and then we can move on to RDN1. All right. For me, German, I would give German a 6 out of 10 still, because I think Luton Shelton could have challenged Omar Daly, Tyrone Marshall, and Andy Williams. So you left him off of that list. So I would go for a 6 out of 10 for me. All right, let me see what people said in the chat. All right. Just give me some numbers, guys. All right. Yes. And then we'll go to RDN. All right. Mans keep left out our top goal scorer. Yeah, Teddy Johnson did well. All right. Leon not ready for top 5. That's from Omar Owen. Then Eddie Guna says Shelton, Bibi, Onandilo, Boyd, and Goodison. What? You see, so you see these guys. Eddie completely left our Fuller, My goodness, yo. So every man have Fuller first, and Eddie have no Fuller in a team lineup. Wow. Wow. Eddie, boy, I'm telling you. All right, so 5. A man give him 5.8 and 5. Okay. All right, JB, are you going to have a discussion on the national team CDM position? Yes, man. Yes, man. But not today, though. Not today. This video was just about the Whisper and Hutchinson, and now we have to add this in the title, which is top 5 Jamaican local barn players of all time. All right. Yes. So Dre says Shelton, Fuller, Bibi, Boyd, and Blake. Yo, all right, JB, no problem. Big up yourself. Shelton, all right, all right. So 4. A man give me United. Guys, let we get some comments fast now. Just give me a number. For Miller. Early, yes. Fuller did more for club than country, but it's a combination of both, Eddie. So you can't say a man that do much for him club and then him do well for him country and then you take him out. You understand me? I can't believe this coming from Eddie. Eddie showed Fuller. Fuller still did okay for him country. So Eddie, the man do so good for him club, better than almost everybody. So people now go support that. Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Jason. How are you doing? And which one of the points that you want to tackle?
No, yeah, me just didn't want the top 5 kind of nice. I didn't want to give my 5,
Okay, don't come with a ridiculous 5, Give me we need the reasons for your 5 as well, So you gotta give you a reason, because you're not getting an high score, without me give you a reason. All right.
No problem.
1,
all right.
2,
So
3.
I go order it. Number 1, I have to give it to Ricardo Gardner.
Gardner went for? All right.
Yeah, the man made 250 appearances in the Premier League. That is not normal. Like, players don't do that. So I think we kind of, it wasn't a flashy player in defense and everything, but I think he was the most consistent player we ever have of all time.
All right.
Second, I would have put Ricardo Fuller. And I know a lot of fans probably mark him down for his performance with Jamaica, because he can play like over 70 games and never reach 10 goals. So that is something that he can get marked down for. But I think, he also went over 100 games in the Premier League. And as Richie was saying earlier, is a legend for the club he spent the longest time for. So you have to put some respect on his name for sure. So I'd say he would be my second place. Third place, I would say I would have to put let me see now. Third place. Why it get kind of tough.
Tough?
No, the order. I have my 5, but that's the order then, all right, third place, but I'll go with but I'll probably go with in third place, but I have to say Andre Blake.
Blake? Oh, sorry. What am I showing that I was some kid asleep start? That pretty him off to come on and make people show. All right.
And my reason for that is obviously longevity as well for the national team, and prolific in where he plays. Now, he didn't get to the European level, and I understand that. But he has been a top 3 keeper in the league he plays in for pretty much his whole career. So I think when you factor in the longevity, how long he's been doing it, and obviously
him still doing it. I would have to put him at number 3.
Blake, number 3. My good, I just know it. You know what? Number four.
Number 4. Number 4, I put Leon Bailey. And the reason for that, since I've been watching Jamaica since I was a kid, I never seen a player go to Europe and actually reach like certain levels of the discussion, right? So he go to Belgium and win Young Player of the Year. I don't think we've had another player that win a season-long award for the entire league. Maybe somebody can correct me. But
well, Jason, people are bunny out in the chat. I say JC is a boot kicker.
That's fine. Me no have my opinions to please people. Me have my opinions because me watch football and that's what I think. When you can think me wrong, that's fine.
Yeah.
So
My God.
Let's go.
What you're gonna see big up yourself Wayne Evans. Hey, Stefan right? I have wonder if the man just come for the scars problem because that's what I'm starting to believe now. So you mean Blake and be all right? You're right. All right. So what Blake Bailey do for the national team now?
Well, so I thought it was just top 5 and in terms of what they do when they leave the country and go.
No, man, not everything, man, for combine because we wanted me be more around the national team, so we have to put everything together.
Okay, well, if the national team is a part of the criteria, then Bailey cannot be the top 5. That is a fact.
Okay, so that's why people are burning out. That's why people are burning out. I think you know, but you want to come stir up war,
No, me never realized that the criteria was like. I thought it was just they had to have been like here locally at some point and then go over and play for it. I never know it was like accolades for us as well. So I will concede that Bailey does not warrant. That is true.
All right, boss. So you're still stuck with your top 3 then. Blake, Gardner, Fuller. So Gardner, Fuller, Blake. Who would you take out?
Gardner, Fuller, Blake. All right, so I would have to put
people can't give Jason 0 now. Oh, that makes sense, Stefan. You can't give the man 0 now. The man finish. The man say my change him. At least him listen and say my change. Some people that say they must stick by it.
Yeah.
Him say my change. So give him a chance. Go ahead.
May I listen to what I say? Yeah, man. All right. So number 4. Let's see. Number 4, I would say, for me personally, would I say I kind of agree with Jermaine. Tyrone Marshall.
Yo. All right. Yo, this really.
But Tyrone Marshall would have been my number 5, and then number 4 would have put
you can know say never think through this, before him call you. Because you never hear what we say,
Number 4 no.
That's a number 5 you put yourself. All right.
Yes, Marshall would have been the 5th. And then number 4, I try to think. Oh, Luton Shelton.
Oh my God. Because me the one RD, they can't call in when somebody else is on the phone, RD, and you say they at work. Why you want to get fired? Luton Shelton.
All right, so the top 5. So the top 5.
So the top 5 is Luton Shelton, they are number 4 for you. And Tyrone Marshall finish it off.
Yes.
So Gardner, Fuller, Blake, Luton Shelton, Tyrone Marshall.
Yes.
All right, so people, listen to that list. Gardner, Fuller, Blake, Luton Shelton, and Tyrone Marshall. That is Jason's top 5. How much you give him? Listen to him. Don't because he put Bailey in it before. Just listen to him, say no, and then you give him a vote after that. All right, big boss. Let's say a word. You have anything else you want to add upon, like any one of the stories them that you can go through it? Because people are bad at the line.
Well,
yeah. So let me know.
The only thing as far as like the whole Chelsea story and thing, I just not say I told you so, because I'm sure I never left Arsenal, but that's it.
Yeah, but that not really have nothing to do with nothing. That is bad mind. You get me? So that is bad mind. 2 man live from Chelsea to Arsenal, from Arsenal to Chelsea.
And Michael Sadler, say I wanted to find a way to put Lindy Della Pena in there, but I just can't do it personally because I'm never like it's too
But
long.
just you
Before
cannot
like,
talk for
before I
other
know
players.
it.
No, you give other people opportunity for come and make them listen and then get more than you. So you cannot.
But I just prediction king me really want, you know. I don't need the rating.
Okay, well, you need everything. You need everything. Okay, well, you need everything to get your recognition out here. So you need rating.
I'm gonna let the viewers them call in and so they can get to them beating if them deserve. All right.
Yeah, man. So people wanna call back in. Let me just step at a caller from the brother as well, and then you guys call back in and give your top 5. All right. Yeah. So let me get. Me no know. Anyway, that bonnet, Jason. Jesus Christ. Oh, we are ignoring the keepers. No. He put Blake. You're
JD.
Yes.
JD.
Yes.
Me make a mistake, JD, because me never get the full information. Me just can't listen. Here what? Bailey, take out Bailey for me now, please. Here what? So, no, seriously. No, well, I know, man, when we really listen to the program good, I know say I have a country and club all around the performance and thing. May I say, Ricardo Gardner a second. Seeing Fuller first, Gardner second.
Yeah.
Seeing
You have Shelton and
Luke Shelton is the leading goal scorer for Jamaica. A lot of people don't know that.
No,
the
everybody know that.
For Jamaica.
Everybody know that.
Okay. All right. So I have them 3 there. I'm gonna put Blake at number 5. Seeing?
Blake at number 5.
Yeah.
All right. So you have Goodison up to 4 now, right? And put Andre Blake down to 5.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
That's right, man. Trust me.
Can't
want it better than that. All right, my brother.
All right, yeah, respect. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let me go to the comment section. Arthur Love, how you doing, man? Hope all is well with you. Walter Boyd, Pepe Goodison, Onandelo, Tapper Whitmore, and Andy Williams. Notable mention would be Bibi Gardner, Claude Davis, and Luton Shelton. No, Arthur Love, hope all is well with you, you know. But don't, Arthur Love, you mean that a top 5? Guys, how much? Arthur Love, I can't believe the Arthur Love threw out all of the main player them and put them in the noticeable absentees and mentions. Wow, boy, I'm telling you, we Arthur Love, the fast players in FIFA. We have to look up that, you know. We know that we have Albert Powell. He's 90 in FIFA. In pace, so you maybe can pick Albert Spoil, but he's pretty much not the highest rated. Tell us your 5 RW ballers. Oh my days, are they late? Yeah. The test done. Yeah, but Arden doesn't give him take. Johan Stewart says, JD. This is my top 5. Give me a rating. 1, Gardner. 2, Luton Shelton. 3, Dean Burton. But you can't put in Dean Burton because he was not born in Jamaica. I remember, so we are talking about Jamaican born, you know, because the story came from one of the headliners in the video, because a person said Whisper would have been great, will be great. And I said great is reserved for the exceptional players them like Thierry Henry, and Zidane will be at the lowest tier of greatness. The highest tier of greatness will be Messi, Ronaldo, and Pele. You understand me? So that's why we said, all right, then, you know what? If he turned out to be anything like that, he would have been the greatest Jamaican footballer of all time. And then that's how the conversation started to pick our best top 5. You understand me? So it just started from someone said Whisper would be a great player, and I asked them if they knew the meaning, if they are factoring the worldwide meaning of great, and then that's how we come to the Jamaican conversation. All right. So you said so take out Dean Burton out of it, and then put somebody in it. So Fuller and Frank Sinclair. You have to take Frank Sinclair out of it as well and put 2 more. So you need 2 more. You have picked top 5 and leave out only players who score for Jamaica in the World Cup. Yard Fusion, not because a man score in the World Cup means that he's one of the best player. You get me? Not because a man scoring a World Cup. Whitmore never really do much in him worldwide career as Gardner and Fuller. People need to know these things. No man, Fuller and Gardner, I would say they are highly rated, over him because they did well in the World Cup as well. And they were at the World Cup. So, no, not Fuller, but Gardner was actually at the World Cup. Ricketts should be on every list, even higher than Blake. Well, that I never heard people talk about Donovan Ricketts. They talk about Blake only. Yes, and Jason them know Ricketts. I never put Ricketts on it, so that's Jason them fault. I know it in context you saying it, but it still hurts to hear Lewis and then I hear Henry and Zidane. Yeah, but and Jason, you can't tell me say even though me love Thierry Henry. No, that's so no way. That's so no way. But even though Thierry Henry are my favorite player, Messi, we have to say Messi are one of the greatest players. I don't see Thierry Henry better than Pele. He's not better than Messi, and Ronaldo's body of work is ahead of him. So all of those three players that we just talked about, Thierry Henry is not higher than them. So the reality is he's still going to be in a great poll, but you're not going to have Thierry Henry above those mans. I'm very sorry. Thierry Henry cannot be above Messi, Ronaldo, and Pele. That is not real. You get me? I don't even think people would put Thierry Henry above Maradona. So even R9, they would not put Thierry Henry above R9. You get me? So Thierry Henry would not be on the tier list above those guys. Thierry Henry will be way down in the tier list, but he would be one of the greats, 1000%, because Thierry Henry was that good. Fuller, McLegan's is Fuller, and now Gardner, Fuller, Luton, Shelton, Williams, Aaron Lawrence / Cargill. Okay, so wow, how you do this? So that is 2, 4, 6. Okay. All right. That's 6. Okay. Wow. All right. That's not bad still. You put in Aaron Lawrence. So Aaron Lawrence, you think that Aaron Lawrence was better than what? And my boy? Wow. All right. Ricketts was a top goalkeeper. Yeah. You think Aaron Lawrence was better than Ricketts? Okay. Wow. Tapa did not do anything of consequence at either Hull or Livingston. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. People not factor in those things. Maradona and Pele got different school. That's what I'm saying. So these are the players that are great players. You understand me? So when Jason gets in feeling and talk about Thierry Henry, Thierry Henry my baller and from ever since. From the day me really play football like him and my ball and me I tell you say the other man's them they are definitely up there. I'm very sorry, Yeah. Karoom, give me a top 5. I want to hear Karoom top 5. I want to hear Karoom top 5. Cause Karoom top 5 I know who are their number 1. Alright, so Karoom, this is the people that just joins. This is the rule. You have to be born in Jamaica, yes. And it's your body of work between the national team and the actual career. All right, so that is the simple thing. Your body of work between the national team and your career, and you have to be a locally born player because the conversation derived from Whisper will be a great player. And I'm saying great is only reserved for the top echelon of players like the Messi, Ronaldo, Pele, and those players. And then lower tier we'd have Zidane and the Thierry Henry. Those type of players, And I said I don't see that as it, but if you can give me until 22, then I could talk about it. And if that is the case, Whisper would have gotten down as the best footballer Jamaica ever produced in history if he could make it on a great list. All right, and then that's how we reach here on the great all-time list. All right, yes. JD, you have to remove Andy Williams from the list for. It was not me. Eagle Republic cannot beat me. It's people calling and tell you who they wanted on the list. I have not given my list, I'm going to do my list now since we are already at 1 hour 33, and as you know, a 2 hour we did set on the video, so we can't go too much over the 2 hours. All right, so guys, make sure we smash up the like button here. We need to get up the likes on the video. 150 it should at least be at this point, so we can get the visibility out there. All right. Yes. So guys, we have not reached even 150 as yet, so we are doing a bad job. Please do that for us. For me, you guys know my number one. You know my number one, people. You know my number one. All right. But let me go through the comment section. Johan says, Gardner, Luton, Shelton, Fuller, Onandelo, and Ian Goodison. Okay, so that's your 5 local players. Yeah, that's a strong 5. Onandelo, you put on it. A lot of people rate Anandolo, but you would put him as one of the greatest Jamaican footballers in career wise for national team and club. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I might have somebody else in that place, but I would not argue with you, Yeah, because I know that he did a lot in his career for club and the country. Henry was unplayable for 5 to 6 year stretch. Should be in any top 10. Wow. All right. So all-time top 10, Thierry Henry is on it. Wow. Fuller Amai Bala, JD, Andy Williams was born in Canada. Okay. Well, he was playing in Jamaica. All right. Yes. And he went to school in Jamaica. Devon Porter said, Aaron Lawrence is not better than Donovan Ricketts. I know that. I know that. But a man put it in the chat. So, but so Devon, why you come here fighting with me, Devon, when when I've never said that? I ask the question. I've asked the question. So JD, a player that is always starting for a club and country, to me shows their quality, and that is a standard measurement for me. But you cannot use that for only a standard measurement. So what happens if the great player, the player that you want to put ahead of the older player, came in an era like now, when you have Mikel Antonio? And so, for instance, that player was Shamar Nicholson, and then Shamar Nicholson can't start over Mikel Antonio for this criteria. You get me? For this bracket. So it looks. So maybe it's just the time that player that you're talking about was actually born. So he made the listing based on him just being available at that time, and Jamaica team is not as strong as now in that position. You get me? Yes. So that's how it looks. You get me? But I'm going to go through my listing. All right. 1, Eames in the building, big up yourself. 1, Gardner. 2, Ricardo Fuller. 3, Luton Shelton. 4, Ian Goodison. And 5, Andre Blake. All right, that's a strong one. That's a strong one. All right, see, it's Stefan finally said him listen. Gardner, Fuller, Shelton, Ricketts, and then Blake. Okay, so 2 goalkeeper behind. Okay, all right, no problem, no problem. All right. Karoom, this is in order. Karoom says Warren Barrett, Walter Boyd, Onandelo, Theodore Whitmore, Peter Cargill. So all on the Karoom. You know, have Gardner on the list, Karoom? Yo, Karoom, you have to call in one of them show. You have to call in one of them show. You make me hear why your list look like this. I know that him that have one player on it, Walter Boyd, had to make Karoom list, All right. Andy Williams was born in Canada but grew up in. Yes, so he qualified. Yes, he qualified. Blake is Jamaica's best goalkeeper ever. Okay, Rowan Thomas. Why I would not say so, because to me Donovan Ricketts was not normal still in Rowan Thomas. I'm very sorry, man. I don't know if we. Yeah, never normal, man. Aaron Lawrence was not a top keeper. Okay, so who said it? Yeah, Aaron Lawrence wasn't even a starter for Jamaica. How can he make the top 5? Okay, they said 60 likes on the video, boy. I'm telling them I do my bad. If 60 likes, people, you can't have 60 likes on the video, people. We need 60, we need 200 likes. Well, you're not going 60 likes. How can we have 60 likes on the video at this point, people? Watch out. People, just close the chat and hit the damn like button, alright? Yeah, man. And just make it a slam, go to 200. Or else a world war and then not see me back tomorrow. You get me?
Yes, boss.
Good afternoon, Jeff. How are you doing?
Good man.
The man shot my brains. There 60 likes me up on the video.
5, you know.
Eh?
So me, everybody want I drop them top 5, man. If you wouldn't mind if me drop mine.
Yeah, man, of course, we want the top 5, man. Everybody call him, man. I love it, man. But me get some ridiculous top 5, you see, man.
Well, I like you, my little worse.
Yeah.
That everybody else one. Yeah, but I mean, but my own are obvious. No. Bama, Shelton, Gardner.
Say Bama.
Ricketts.
Andy Williams.
Yes, sir.
Williams. All right. My goodness. Shelton. Yeah. Okay. And
Gardner.
All right.
But I have to put in the 2 goalkeeper them because I remember Ricketts was exceptional. I don't know if it was for any other club, but I know him did do him time. I think him did have a spell at Derby and him did have a spell in the MLS. But I remember Ricketts was exceptional. I was an exceptional keeper. And I don't know, this is just my take. I don't know if Blake better than him. In all honesty. Especially in shot stopping because he was very big. And that would be my 5, Shelton, Gardner.
And Blake. So Blake would have topped off it. So you use 2 goalkeepers. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Right. Fair enough.
I mean, I don't know if nobody ever find me, but I remember Ricketts being very good.
Yeah, I just Andy Williams though I would have questioned too because a lot of people with Andy Williams on it. So me need to check out his career overall.
Yeah, me not even talk about him career, but me never gonna say in career like that. But me know him was a very good player. But I think most time him spelling in the MLS, right?
Oh yeah.
You know,
him only played in America, them say. Him never got England. Him never got Europe, none at all. Because they said something about.
But remember,
let me type him records here.
He was one of the man them where we can say, you see the camp position, as a Jamaican, I can tell you, say, in my humble opinion, it make me look on the camp position differently. As far as sitting in front of the midfield and behind a striker. And you know, so when he pick it up anywhere in there, so.
And him have 2 trophies, you know. He has 2 trophies. The US Open Cup winner and MLS Cup champions. Okay, wow.
So yeah, man.
Okay.
Mama do him thing.
Well, why? All right then. All right. Your listener looks up bad now, Jeff.
You know what? You know when you say MLS Cup champion a while ago, you know say. I might have to take Blake out and put in Tyrone Marshall.
So you take Blake out and put in Tyrone Marshall?
Yeah, man. You have to take out Blake out there. For Marshall, of course, man. Years of service. And it was all years of exceptional service.
Okay. Take up Blake and put in Tyrone Marshall. Okay.
And he's a MLS legend, by the way. Anyway, I don't know if Blake reached so yet, but Tyrone Marshall is a MLS legend. Okay. Even in a lot of years, I play for Galaxy. Remember that.
All right. So people, they hear him listening. Andy Williams, Shelton, Gardner, Ricketts, and Tyrone Marshall. So let me know what say you. All right, big boss, we'll link up, yeah?
Yeah,
yes, man. Sir. All right, respect. All right, so yeah, we get some solid calls. Everyone I show that it came from a different side. All right, the people say I 60 likes up on the video. Yeah, because the last time I never saw 60 likes, I just maybe people just took away the likes them, you know. Just because low score over 100 goals for club and country, that's why I put him in at 4th. All right, so okay, him at 4th. Okay, Ricardo Fuller spent almost 1 year away from football because of surgery. Bibi Gardner, long-term injury. 3, Luton Shelton. 4, Ian Goodison. And 5, Nana Lowe. All right. That's coming from Eagle Republic. All right. So every man of them, yo, I'm telling you, look like a long time people wait for the top 5 here, you know. I might have cut this part of the video to get the top 5 only. All right. Even Ryan Thompson was better than Aaron Lawrence. Ryan Thompson actually played Champions League football in Europe. Okay, that's nice. But Henry is not even above. No, man, Henry is above Drogba for me, man. You know? Yeah, that's just my bias, but Henry a different player than Drogba. Drogba a bully footballer, you know? Yes, big, fast, and strong, you know. Donovan tell P. Ricketts was a top player. All right. Issa says Fuller, Gardner, Pepe, Shelton, and Blake. All right. What happened to Jeff Cunningham? One of the all-time leading scorers in the history of the MLS. Okay. Blake, Fuller, Gardner, Shelton, Goodison, Blacker Pearl, skills never get no visa. Jesus, what the hell is that? Michael Sadler said Della Pena, Bibi, Shelton, Fuller, Williams. Okay, that's the first one I got with Della Pena in it. Wow. All right. Christopher says Fuller, Gardner, Shelton, Ricketts, Cargill. Okay, fair enough. All right. Wow. Ricketts had a stellar career in the MLS. Yes. Karoom says Gardner 6 and Ian Pepe Goodison 7, Darren Brown 8, Fuller 9, Shelton 10. Karoom, where Karoom get them things something from? Yo, Karoom different, man. Karoom list is different from everybody list out here. Everybody. I don't know where Karoom get this list from. No, I never put Henry above Ronaldinho. I just said Henry is. I would put him and Drogba in that conversation, you know. And I think he's better than Drogba to me, you know. Obviously, others would say no, Drogba did this and did that. Okay, no problem. But I like Henry over Drogba, you know. Gardner, Fuller, Shelton, Blake, Goodison. Bomber Pile Leilas in a national stadium. So hold on there. Him pile a man in a national stadium and that gonna make him the greatest. What about him what him actually do? The man do something, you know. So why are we talking about what a pile? My goodness. Ricketts great shot stopper, but cross in the box he was poor. Okay. All right. Documentary. In the Premier League, in Jamaica, Lawrence was wicked family. Trust me. Okay, no problem. So, Chris, give you a top 5, the man. Aaron Lawrence, more skills. Donovan, more taller and stronger. Okay, so McLagan still, I think, I say Aaron Lawrence was better than Donovan Ricketts, which I don't agree still. Yes. Fuller and Gardner make almost everyone this. And Shelton made a lot of them. Okay, that's a 3. But Karoom now have none of them in I'm list. None. You understand me? So Karoom is something else. Alright. So and then we have Africans just trying to say the bless up JD, and I see Andy Williams is on the screen. We talking about 1998? No. We are talking about Omari Hutchinson and Whisper being at Chelsea. All right. And the coach got fired now. So how it's going to impact both of them career. And because a person came in and talked about Whisper will be great and Omari Hutchinson is average. So I never knew what they were trying to say still, but I'm just talking about the one part that they said Whisper being great. So I said great is reserved for the toughest echelon of players, i.e. like Messi and Ronaldo. You know, yeah. So we just gone down to the best local player them ever. You know, that's what we wanted to talk about, and we end up here. So if it went back to 1998, I'm very sorry. Okay, we never had any intention to, but that's how it goes sometimes. You get me? Yes. Yes, that's why it was still a good show. It was a very good show. Everybody call in, give their take. Bibi, Fuller, Shelton, Astin, Cargill. So Astin on your list. All right. Astin was a good baller still. Ricketts, Andy, Bibi, Fuller, Shelton. JD, do I know how tall Leilas was? And look how short Bama was. Okay, so that's the only thing I remember. All right, but you are the one here every day saying that people should not support anything but pile and salad, and then now you want to put Andy Williams as the greatest because he is short. Andy Williams was 1 meter 78. What's that? That's like 5 meter 5'8". Around 5'8". That's right, around 5'8". Yeah. So he was not the tallest. That's true. Karoom is the only person with that list. Yes, but Karoom is a registered coach. Karoom is a registered coach. So we expect Karoom to come and give you some deep dive, you know? Yes. Float management say 1 Gardner, 2 Shelton, 3 Fuller, 4 Onandelo, 5 Walter Boyd. All right. Chris Smith says JD Bibi, Andy Williams, Tyrone Marshall, Pepe. Oh, hold on there. But Bibi, okay, yeah, 5 that. Okay. All right. Float management said Bailey 6. So we ask for 5. I just want throw Bailey in the conversation. It says a Bailey 6. But float management don't ramp it, man. No, but nobody never say program Karoom. We just wanted to know why you think so, because you're older than us. That is true. So we're just trying to pick your brain, big boss. So why have to run to program and this and that, big man? All right, we never say program, big boss. All right, and Alan Cole, Lindy De La Pena, Ricardo Gardner, Ricardo Fuller, and Anandelo. Okay, well, Ian come up with him super list. Alan Cole, Alan Skill Cole, greatest. Lindy De La Pena, Ricardo Gardner, Ricardo Fuller, and Anandelo. Wow. So guys, give Ian one a rating. Let me give Ian one a rating. Remember, guys, 10 more minutes. Please do it like when they get us up to 150, at least, and then you know that people can come back around, come check out the video later. All right, yes, because I think this was a good video. Yes, so we need 20 more likes on the video to reach that total. So if you just came in, please do so. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel, share, and hit that like. So let me hear what people have to say with this one. But Coach Karoom, the list was taking into account their club career, not just your favorite ball of them. Karoom love war, man. Karoom love war, man. But he not gonna change, man. Karoom a real gen, man, you know? Yes, Karoom gonna make up him story them, why him for put female of them in the list, you know? Karoom thinks say the greatest thing him ever say. A Walter Pearl boy, you know? Yes. Alright, my goodness. Lindy didn't really play for Jamaica. Alright. Alan Cole, Bibi, Fuller, Shelton, Bama. All right. You know what I saw? In the later stage of the play, Andy Williams start making everybody list. It looks like a lot of people never know how good Andy Williams was. You know. All right. Not. Boy, I better tell you. So guys, my list now. My list. Number one. Gardner. And you guys have to give me a rating. Number two. Fuller. Number 3, Shelton. Number 4, Ricketts. And number 5, I would put Mr. Williams on it. All right? Yes, Williams. It looks like a top 10 would actually do better than a top 5 because people confuse. So rate my listing, guys. Gardner, Fuller, Shelton, Ricketts, Andy Williams. So let me type it in right here and you guys can give it a rating. All right? Gardner, Fuller, Williams, Ricketts, and Shelton. All right, so that's my listing. That's my listing. That's my listing from day one. All right, so a solid 8. Oh, okay. When me I get only per rate 8, number 8. All right, 7.5. Jason have to give me a bad mind score. 7.5. So 8.9. All right, all right. But yeah, I tell you, I get some solid one. 8.5. All right, 7. No, the two Jason and bad mind, Mister. Me can't bother with this. So let me keep my list up. This is the list now that I have, guys. So make your ratings off that list. All right, make your ratings. 7 more minutes you have to go.
Chris SMND.
Make your rating. So float management give me an 8.5. Johan Stewart gave me an 8.5. All right, 8.5. All right, 10 JD cause that was my top. Oh, that was your 5. All right, 10. Make it a T. All right, so J anyway, you see, all of the man where they're on the internet and them feel like I'm a star, them find a way out to give me little more less number. J anyway, give me 7 out of 10. All right, yes. So I'm gonna brag and say I'm a big star. So Jason give me 7 as well, and then the next Jason give me 7 again as well. So I know so Jason Ferran I gotta turn up and give me 5. Shot on them man there, gonna turn up and give me 2. You understand me? Yes. Anybody with on the internet think I'm a superstar, them gonna give me less score. All right. Oh my goodness, man. All of the Jason will fight me out. Alright, so let me go through the rest of the other persons that called in. Alright, we got Jason 1. So Mr. Jason's list. What he had here? He had where is his list? Okay, his list was Fuller, Gardner, Fuller, Blake, Luton Shelton, and Tyrone Marshall. Alright? So that was Jason's list. I don't think his list is better than mine. Where Eddie, no, Eddie don't have Fuller in his list none at all. You understand me? Eddie vex and gone because the people call out Eddie and say, Eddie, oh you can't have Fuller in your list. To me, this is the best 5. So I will give it a 10. Thank you very much. Alright, 7.5 give you, and you take away the half point. Marshall make it. Alright, so Marshall don't make it. So Jason wouldn't. Alright, so Jason list get a 6. 6 reality 6. 6 out of 10 Jason list make. 6 out of 10. Alright, yes. Because he have a question with Marshall on it. Alright, so let me give you this. Jason 6 out of 10. Then we have Jeremy and Miller. Jeremy and Miller calling says Fuller. No, Jeremy and Miller. Fuller, Gardner, Andy Williams, Tyrone Marshall, Omar Daly. Alright. Jeremy Miller get a 5 out of 10, you know. 5 out of 10. But we have to give we have to give Jeremy Miller him credit, you know. And we have to give Jeremy Miller him credit. So Pastor, why you never call in and give you a take? Jamaican Guna. Jamaican Guna Pastor call in. You have 10 minutes. We give you 10 minutes. Call in and give me a take. Alright. We have to give Jeremy Miller him credit because Jeremy Miller was the first one that said Andy Williams. And I was questioning him on the Andy Williams topic. Alright? Yes. So we have to give Jeremy Miller him credit. You saw everybody can learn? Yeah, because Jeremy Miller call in and I tell him story why him go for them player. And be honest, a lot of you guys said them players there after. So Jeremy Miller, I forget him big bad credit, you know. Lansday, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Yes. Big up yourself, Jamaican Guna. Jay Anyweather. Okay, this is Jay Anyweather list. Mine was Bibi, Fuller, Blake, Shelton, and Boyd. 10 out of 10. So he did not even left you to give him 10 out of 10. He just came out and said he got 10 out of 10. Which you know more likely, he did not get the 10 out of 10. Alright? Yes. Alright, so one second. Let me so let me get the other persons in. Marshall 2 MLS, US 3 times USA Open. Put some respect. Okay, then I just said the man never make my list. So what the problem? All right, my goodness, the man him award to the star. All right, so guys, we just recap the things. We are talking about Chelsea's situation. This video was merely started out with Chelsea situation and Whisper and Hutchinson. What would happen with them? Yeah. Being that the coach got sacked. You get me? Yeah. And then we reached here. That's why I'm telling you. You can't know where the video will really truly go. But I will still add in the top 5 in it as well in the description, so people could see it as well. All right. Yes. Gardner, Fuller, Shelton, Blake, Bailey. Okay. Jesus God. So a good thing in a Colleen, because for your name Bailey, that's a peer war, because the man them not have it today. The man them go for everybody else, But you have your story. You always give your story right. Float management, please don't embarrass yourself in trying to embarrass me. Only one low barn in Jamaica can make any 30. Squad I select. Okay, Pastor. So why are you so aggressive in your writing, Pastor? How in the world you achieve something like that? How Pastor achieve something like that? Being aggressive in his actual writing. My goodness. Float management, please leave Pastor alone. It looks like he's getting hungry. So leave him alone, let him do him thing. Alright? Yeah, man. Alright. See, Guna said Bailey overboard, the which I would also give him a 9. Okay, well, that theme thought that. Nobody else not give no a number. JD Ricketts can't make the list over Blake. 7. Okay, alright. 7, okay, alright. You need to call in next time. King J said, I think Jermaine U is very well underrated for Jamaica. I don't. So hold on there, King J. Who you take out Jermaine U and put in? King J, who you take out Jermaine U out of a big list here? Like everybody talking about, who you would take out Jermaine U and put in? Alright? Yes, the man a calling when we tell him for calling long time, him not calling, I'm calling when he want. Good afternoon, Big Bad, Mr. Dan. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, good night, good evening, good day to everybody in the chat. Big up the Imaxit family, big up JD, big up the whole team.
So we have to burn you out. Let me put up a list what you claim to say was the list, So this is his list, guys.
Yeah.
So the man must say,
all right.
Them now accept Bailey in the top 5.
Well, them can't do that. If everybody have their own opinion, there's never, you're hardly going to find persons who are going to have the same 5, and that is a good thing on Jamaica's part. My reason is pretty obvious. I can explain my numbers. I don't reach Bailey yet, so let me just explain the players who are there on it. I think the best player Jamaica has ever produced in our history is in terms of how long he was at the top flight. And his performances in the history of Jamaican football is Ricardo Gardner. That's my opinion. I think he's the best Jamaica has ever produced. Him and Fuller are legends at their clubs that they used to play at in England. They're literal legends. You can see them pictures on the walls and everything. And they're a legend at. He's Fuller is a legend at Stoke, and Bibi Gardner is a legend at Bolton. And we don't have many, and we're Jamaicans who went to England and did legendary things. So that those two explain themselves, really. I think most list containing best Jamaican players will have those on it. Shelton didn't play long in England, but he had a very fruitful career. I think he's Jamaica's leading goal scorer in history. So he has to be on there. Blake is Jamaica's best goalkeeper ever, in my opinion. Yeah, I think he's the only goalkeeper I've seen us produce, which I would say is not as error prone as or what. He's better than everybody else, in my opinion. Shot stopping wise, he's head and shoulders above everybody, in my opinion. The closest that comes to him as a goalkeeper is Ricketts when he was playing at, I think it was this, he was playing at, where was the Galaxy? Yeah, I think he was playing at the Lake Galaxy.
Okay.
And he was doing bits over there.
Yep.
So that's my explanation for that, for that inclusion, because I'm including the best, you know. So the best is the top goal scorer and the best goalkeeper, in my opinion, that Jamaica has ever produced. And overall, the best player, and overall, the best striker. The two best strikers, them, one in England and one in terms of the numbers of goals. So, and now Bailey, I think Bailey is one of our best players we've ever produced, ever. We have never had a player who has been transferred for the high price that he has. We have never had a player who was nominated as a golden boy in Europe in the top 30. We have never had that before. We didn't have that with Bibi Gardner, even when he was doing bits at Bolton, and we never had that with Ricardo Fuller either. So I think Bailey, in terms of where he's now and getting a top 30 in the Golden Boy is not something that is easily achievable, because there's lots of top players that he would have beaten out to get that accolade. So that's one. And the highest transfer fee in the history of any Jamaican is Bailey. So I don't see no reason why I should leave him out. I think he's now doing his bits in the best league in the world. And the time in which he's doing his best bits as well, where a lot of players have anybody else. He's doing it in a time when there's nobody else in the top 10 leagues across the world that's Jamaican, that's representing us and playing week in, week out. So he's playing for a former European champion as well. So yeah, that's my justification for my top 5.
Okay. Let me let him pass that, because we wanted to finish off the show, you know. So let him pass that.
Yes.
People am not agree with you on the Bailey part though, you know, because remember the
You
context.
can't disagree with them, man. I don't want nobody agree.
But big
Go now.
Hold on.
Go now. Missy man, I put Walter Boyd in a top 10, and Walter Boyd not cheap nothing in a football, that not.
No,
just because I'm skillful and pile man and salad man and shift up man, and they do not need them for career.
Big boss, just hold on. Remember the conversation was for both national team and their careers, you know. So that's why people go for man like Tyrone Marshall and win, go look at thing and play good for Jamaica. You understand me? So that's why. So that's what they used to put up there in the questions to say that these are the best 5 players, you know. But if you have Bailey on yours,
and I would disagree with Tyrone Marshall ever been mentioned in the top 5 in a Jamaican football. Okay. Tyrone Marshall win what, man?
What you mean?
I'm some man.
So you mean the man that win nothing better?
Win what? You win Champions League?
No. But
you mean Europa League?
But
we're talking about the best ever. When a man see the thing pop up and him say Jamaica on it, and that me I talk about, brother.
But Bailey never win nothing either.
Or if you not include the man who is the first Jamaican to play Champions League for Jamaica, as a Jamaican, or if you not to mention him in it, I gotta mention Tyrone Marshall. Hey, go ahead, man.
Why this? Pass the talk. Pass the talk. Let this brother relax himself, you know.
Go now. I would not take a liberty with anybody that put Bailey in their 5. I don't think Bailey has kicked it off in the national colors just yet. But
I agree.
Body of work otherwise. So that would be my only, batting of my eye with a Bailey, because he would be in my Williams in my 5, and I had Ricketts over Blake. Despite Blake being an outfield player before he was recognized as a goalkeeper, Blake has spent the last 5 years being very poor in distributing the football as a goalkeeper. Ricketts did not have that deficiency. So on that, Blake is also one of my notable absentee from my 5. I put Ricketts over Blake because of that deficiency in Blake's game. I don't think that Ricketts is better than him in most other departments of goalkeeping. They are probably equals. But Ricketts was certainly leaps and bounds above him in terms of distribution. Maybe because Ricketts was bigger. I don't know the dynamics of explaining that, but the reality is he was better. My list have Gardner and Fuller, Ricketts, Shelton and Lowe. I put Anandi Lowe in my list because even though he's noted as a striker, Anandi Lowe is probably Jamaica's first real utility player. But if you even did put Anandi Lowe in at the goal, he would have done a credible job. So I put Anandi Lowe in mine because of that. He was not just one of our best strikers. Anywhere any coach would ask him to play, he would have gone there and done a credible shift. So that make up my 5. There are some very notable absentees. There is the Bailey, there is Blake, there is Bomber Williams. I would have Ian Pepe Goodison and Peter Cargill in my list of notable absentees because of the body of work they would have done for club and country on an international stage. JD?
Yes. Remember, finish up a point. Remember, we have to
That I type in. Huh?
No, me say finish up a point because you jump in. The baby I got bed there now.
Why is it chipping out? JD, I don't hear what you say.
I'm saying finish up a point because remember, say the baby I got bed now, so me that plan to shut off the stream. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm finished. I'm just dealing with this thing I heard you addressing, that even in my writing I am able to communicate very strongly. Yes, I do that. I like words. I know how to place them. People like float management need to realize that this pastor, though very accommodative, have zero tolerance for certain rhetoric, narrative, and foolishness. You cannot ask me about which law I am speaking of, because I will categorically say, having spent my entire life playing at the limited level of football that I played at, across the defensive unit and CDM, and even as a third string goalkeeper, Damian Lowe could not make not even the corner league side when I play for as a defender.
All right, Pastor.
So when I mention Lowe, please, people, do not embarrass yourselves in trying to embarrass me.
Right,
it will not work.
All right, Pastor.
When we're talking about football, and we're going to speak to the persons who would have gotten the necessary intricacies and technical and tactical abilities put down properly. Thank you very much for the time to have called in, and a blessed day to all the members of the Imaxit and Imaxit
join the
family.
program earlier next time, all right? Yeah, respect Jamaica and go now and all of the call in. Just smash the like button, guys, on your way out. Share and subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section as well. We really want to hear your take from it, all right? Big up Jamaica and go now. Massive respect.